cut's good. Leave it in. Baptista! Harry, be sure to shake Gremio and Hortensio at the entrance of the street scene.
Si, senor. Mr. Graham, is it all right if I...
In a minute, Harry. Bianca!
Yes, Fred? I mean Mr. Graham.
Lois, I realize that nightclub work, you don't have to cheat.
Oh, don't you know?
You don't have to cheat.
Out, Miss Lane. But when you're playing the scene with another person, you do. This is your first show, and I know it's hard for you.
Do you mean thus or thus?
We'll thus later.
Mr. Graham, is it all right if I leave now? I could just make it to the dentist. Upper plate wobble.
In a minute, Harry. All right, let's set the curtain calls. First call, all principals. Care to join us, Miss Vanessa? Thank you. Leave room for me. Baptista, change places with Gremio. That looks all right. Looks like someone's missing. Lucentio! Where's Lucentio?
Bill Calhoun! Bill Calhoun!
Bill Calhoun?
He was here.
Give a Broadway hoofer a chance to play Shakespeare and what happens? He isn't even here.
I think he went to the chiropodist.
All right, second call. Harry, you can run along to your dentist now.
Much obliged, old man.
Second call, Bianca and suitors. Thank you, that looks all right. Third call, myself and Miss Vanessa. Excuse me. Lois!
Did thou call me, honey?
I'd rather you didn't leave the theater between now and opening.
Whatever thou say, Fred.
I want you to rest and relax. And let your mind go blank. Blank.
Well, how blank can it get? Honestly, those these and thous. Hope I don't louse you up.
Now, sorry to keep you waiting, Miss Vanessa. All right, Ralph. Third call. Call it.
Third call!
No, I think it'd look better if we came down together than bowed to each other. How about a smile, Miss Vanessa? Ready?
You swine!
All right, Ralph, calm on.
On stage, everybody!
I'd like to thank each and every one of you for the fine spirit you've shown throughout rehearsals. Now, there'll be a gang down from New York. Don't let that bother you. This is a tryout, and I know we're going to make a great show after the troupe. After all, we owe it to Shakespeare. Not to mention the 6 other guys who stayed up nights rewriting. That's all. Thank you.
Another opening, another show in Philly, Boston, or Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Another job that you hope that lasts will make your future forget your past. Another pain where the altars grow. Another opening of another show. 4 weeks you rehearse and rehearse. 3 weeks and it couldn't be worse. 1 week, will it ever be right? Then out of the hat, it's that big first night. The overture is about to start. You cross your fingers and hold your heart. It's curtain time and away we go. Another opening of another show. Another opening, another show. It really must stay in Baltimore. A chance for stage folks to say hello. Another opening of another show. Another job that you hope and last will make your future forget your past. Another game where the oceans grow. Another opening of
Cross your fingers and hold your heart. It's curtain time and away we go. Another open, just another open,
Hello? Hello, is Bill Calhoun there? I said Bill Calhoun. Well, you don't have to be so fresh about it. Pop, let me know the minute Mr. Calhoun comes in.
Miss Lane, you got $2?
What do you want $2 for?
It ain't for me. It's for Mr. Calhoun.
Where is he?
He's a prisoner of the old cab company.
Bill.
Hiya, Sarah Bernhardt.
I want my bed.
Shoot you for it. Double or nothing.
Paul, do you suppose Mr. Graham's got $2?
Mr. Graham, not him. He's a producer.
Can it wait until Saturday night?
All right, Miss Lane, I'll lay it out. That'll make $16.
Bill, you've been gambling again. And I told Mr. Graham you went to the chiropodist.
I went to the cleaners.
How much did you lose this time?
10 G's. 10,000 fast little bucks.
10 G's? Did you sign an IOU again? Whose name did you sign this time?
Frederick Graham.
Mr. Graham? Bill, this is our big chance. You don't want to play nightclubs all your life.
We were doing all right, weren't we?
Yeah. As Mr. Graham says, give a Broadway hooker a chance to play Shakespeare.
Frederick Graham. You're a hero.
Mr. Graham is a great actor, a scholar, and a gentleman. He's just culturing me. But there's nothing wrong between him and I. I mean, he and I.
I know. Art.
I'll never forgive you. Bill, if anything happens to Mr. Graham before I'm a star on Broadway,
Gee, honey, I'm sorry.
if only you meant it. Why can't you behave? Oh, why can't you behave? After all the things you told me and the promises that you gave, oh, why can't you behave? Why can't you be good and do just as you should? Won't you turn that new leaf over so your baby can be your slave? Why can't you behave? There's a farm I know near my old hometown where we two can go and try settling down. There I'll care for you forever, well, at least till you dig my grave. Oh, why can't you behave?
Gee, I need to kid.
I always knew you did, but why can't you behave?
line. And on stage.
I didn't say it. I just indicated it.
Half hour.
Thank you, Rolf. Oh, this heat.
You know Baltimore.
How's the house?
You know Baltimore.
Yeah, I know. There'll be deer running around in the balcony. Next time I open a show here, I'll bring my shotgun and eat.
Half hour.
So much for a Hollywood name. Your fans must have heard you were appearing in person. Go on, pick it up. It's probably Harrison.
Hello. Hello, Harrison, darling. I thought you'd be here by now. Oh, you're still at the White House. He's taking your advice. He's getting a player piano. What? The president wants to talk to me? To unimportant little me? But what'll I say? Good evening, Mr. President.
Is it true, Mr. President, that you serve borscht at the White House?
How dare you! Mr. President, I apologize. I beg your pardon? Oh, with sour cream.
What did I tell you?
Thank you, Mr. President. Hello, Harrison. I wish you'd come tonight, Angel. After all, it's your show. Yes, Angel, I understand. Yes, dear. Yes, love, I'm blowing you 2 kisses, understand? Yes, dear. Yes, love, I'm blowing you 2 kisses. Hattie, take those roses to Miss Lane's dressing room with my compliments.
I see it. What is it, the Hope Diamond or the Glatzner Emerald?
Did I show you the star sapphire Harrison sent me? It was his mother's engagement ring.
His mother must have worn it on her big toe.
And now it's mine.
Congratulations.
Do you know what day this is, friend? Our anniversary, and you forgot.
What anniversary?
The first anniversary of our divorce.
I was thinking of sending you a cactus, but no money. I know you're rolling in it.
Every night before I go to bed, that's exactly what I do. Roll in my money. Wonderful for the hips.
Hollywood. Swimming pools. Avocado ranches. Well, I put every dollar I could scrape, borrow, or steal into my Cyrano in Paris. My magnum opus. But it was a huge success.
And you closed on Saturday? 4 glorious performances.
I'll have you know, there was a general strike.
Oh, you couldn't have been that bad.
Same old Lily. Who's this little monster, Harrison Howell?
That's you at the age of 2. Bottoms up.
Cute little fella. Mind if I keep it?
No, and you can have that too.
What's this? A cork?
Our first bottle of champagne.
Our wedding breakfast?
Yes, in my apartment.
You mean that one room of yours over the Armenian bakery?
You're a fine one to complain. You didn't even have a room.
Why do you think I married you?
That was the season we played the Barter Theater in Virginia, and they gave you a ham.
We lived in it all winter, you forget.
You forget I got a job reading tea leaves in a gypsy tea room opposite Macy's.
And you forget I demonstrating shaving soap at Woolworths.
That's right. That's how I spent my honeymoon. At Woolworths. Watching you shave.
We weren't married then.
Oh, yes, dear, we were. Mother was coming to stay with us. It was just after we closed on the road in a little British makeshift of a Viennese operetta that for some reason was laid in Switzerland. But the costumes were Dutch.
So were the salaries. I could have sworn it was right after the flop revival of The Prince of Potsdam. I was understudying the lead. I was the youngest understudy in the business.
No, dear. We were both in the chorus. There was a waltz in it, remember? Something about a bar.
Yeah, madame. You're ravishing tonight. You have made me the happiest of men.
Ah, your highness.
Wunderbar!
Wunderbar.
Wunderbar!
There's our favorite star above.
What a bright, shining star! Like our love, it's wunderbar! Gazing down on the brow.
From our secret chalet for two,
Let us drink lips in mine.
in the moonlight benign,
To the joy of our dream come true. Wunderbar,
Wunderbar.
what a perfect night for love.
Here am I, here you are.
Why, it's truly wunderbar, wunderbar,
Wunderbar.
we're alone and hand in glove.
Not a cloud near or far.
Why, it's more than wunderbar.
Say you care, dear.
For you, Madeline,
Say you long, dear.
for your kiss,
Do you swear, dear?
darling gladly,
Life's divine.
and you're mine, dear. Wunderbar, wunderbar, there's our favorite star above.
What a bright shining star.
Like our love, it's wunderbar.
And you're mine, dear. Wunderbar, wunderbar, there's our favorite star above. What a bright shining star, like our love, it's wunderbar.
Whose fault was it?
Could have been your temper.
Could have been your ego.
Let's get dressed. Hello. Who are you? What are you doing backstage?
Fine looking fella.
Clean cut.
What a figure.
What a profile.
Gentlemen, I'm deeply touched by your admiration and devotion.
What diction.
Very elocutionary.
And he does not spit when he talks.
High-type fella.
As I was saying, this is all very flattering, but I received the public after a performance, not before.
Oh, what grace.
If I had to do something to such a high-type fella, I'd cry like a baby.
Gentlemen, come back after the show. I'll be glad to give you my autograph then.
We got your autograph. That's why we're here.
What?
A little matter of an IOU. Here it is. 10 G's. Mr. Hogan, that's our employer, regards us as a debt of honor. How's about it, Mr. Graham?
You're mad. Paul! Paul! Let me see that IOU. Why, this isn't even my signature.
They all say that. I'm surprised at you, Mr. Graham. You signed it only this afternoon after quite the little game down to the hotel. We wasn't there, of course. Mr. Hogan says he plied you plenty with good liquor, too.
You're really mad. I've been at this theater since 8 this morning.
He forgot.
Yeah, that's human nature for you.
The minute a man signs an IOU, everything goes dark.
The doctors call it magnesia.
We cure it.
If I had to do something to such a high-type fella, I'd cry like a baby. Just last week, remember that high-type fella? I used up 3 handkerchiefs.
I don't like my face, do you?
No.
Gentlemen, would you mind leaving?
Ain't he virile? We now wish to express best wishes for a magnificent opening and the success your brilliant talents deserve. Copy that out of Western Union.
Heartiest felicitations. Made that one up myself.
Mr. Graham, try to jostle your memory.
We'll be back.
Knock, knock.
Hello, Pa.
How are you, beautiful?
Here's some flowers. Pa gave them to me. They must be from Mr. Fred.
Snowdrops and pansies. My wedding bouquet. Oh, Hattie, he didn't forget.
Of course not, honey. I'll get you some coffee.
Strange dear, but true dear, when I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky, so in love with you am I. Even without you, my arms fold about you. You're no darling, why so in love with you am I. In love with the night mysterious, the night when you first were there. In love with my joy delirious, when I knew that you could care. So taunt me and hurt me, deceive me, desert me. I'm yours till I die. So in love, so in love, so in love with you, my love, am I.
Paul! What the devil do you mean by letting a couple of raving maniacs in here 5 minutes before curtain?
There was no one in here when I left.
Tell Ralph next time no one's to be admitted into my dressing room without a psychoanalyst certificate. Of course, they could have just been overwhelmed by meeting me.
I'm sure that's it, sir. Everyone feels the magnetism of your personality, sir. Off stage and on.
Paul, you're not only the finest dresser I've ever had, you're also a true connoisseur of the theater.
Thank you, Mr. Graham.
Did you deliver the flowers?
Yes, sir.
And the note?
Yes, sir.
And you gave them to Miss Lane personally, of course.
Miss Lane, I thought they were for Miss Vanessa. Sir.
Miss Vanessa? Don't tell me you. You driveling idiot!
I'm sorry, sir. I just haven't been myself since Blue Blood was scratched in the third race.
Moron!
Fred, you darling, you didn't forget.
You didn't think I would.
On stage, good luck.
Come on, let's go.
I can't. My hands are freezing.
Now, Lily, you're not gonna whoops.
Do you think they'll like me? After all, I've been away from the theater all
They'll love you.
I found it, Miss Lily. I found the card that came with the
Oh,
flower.
quick, Hattie, give it to me.
You're not gonna read that now, are you? Look, I'll tell you what it says. To Lily, the only woman I've ever loved, the only artist I've ever worshipped. Now, give it to me and you can read it after the show.
Oh, Fred, did you really mean that?
With all my heart.
Then that's where it's going. Right next to mine. I'm not nervous. I'm not going to whoops. And I'll never call you a swine, Fred dear. Never.
You will, my sweet. You will.
A troop of strolling players are we.
Not stars like L.B. Mayers are we.
But just a simple band who roams about the land, dispensing vulgar frivolity. We folks who give distraction are we.
No theater guild attraction are we.
But just a crazy group that never ceases to droop around the map of little Italy. We open in Venice, we next play in Verona, then on to Cremona.
Lots of laughs in Cremona.
Our next jump is Parma,
That stingy, dingy Venice.
then Mantua, then Padua, then we open in where? We open in Venice, we next play in Verona, then on to Cremona.
Lots of bars in Cremona.
Our next jump is Parma,
That beerless, cheerless menace.
then Mantua, then Padua, then we open again. Where? We open in Venice. We next play Verona, then on to Cremona.
Lots of dough in Cremona.
Our next jump is Parma,
Then don't be Venice.
then Mantua, then Padua, then we open again. Where? We open in Venice. We next play Verona, then on to Cremona.
Lots of quail in Cremona.
Our next jump is Parma,
That heartless, heartless menace.
then Mantua, then Padua, then we open again. Where? In Venice!
To your pleasure, humbly I subscribe. My books, my instruments shall be my company. From them to look and practice by myself.
Poor child.
Signor Baptista, why will you let Bianca bear the penance of Catherine's tongue?
Gentlemen, importune me no further, for how firmly I am resolved, you know, that is, not to bestow my younger daughter, before I have a husband for the elder. Now, if either of you love Catherine, leave shall you have to court her at your pleasure.
To cart her, rather. She is too rough for me.
If you, Hortensio, or you, Signor Gremio, if either of you would find a husband, I will be most liberal.
A husband? A devil.
Indeed!
Thinkest thou, sir, though you be very rich, any man be such a fool as to marry her?
Comb thy noodle with a three-legged stool!
I'd as lief take her dowry with this condition, to be whipped at the high cross every morning.
So, father, is it your will to make a stale of me amongst these mates?
Oh, if only I could find a man that would thoroughly woo her, wed her, and bed her, and rid the house of her.
Ah, me!
I've made a haul in all the leading
brackets, from which roar and rich I happen to be. And if thou wouldst attain the upper brackets, marry me, marry me, marry me.
My puss is yet to know a silver lining. Still lifeless is my wifeless family tree. But if for love unending you are pining, marry me, marry me, marry me.
Patrician, sustaining my decaying family tree, to give a social boost to thy position. Marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me, marry me.
I'm a maid who would marry and would take, with no qualm, any Tom, Dick or Harry, any Harry, Dick or Tom. I'm a maid mad to marry and will take, thou quick, any Tom, Dick or Harry, any Tom, Harry or Dick.
I'm the man thou shouldst marry.
Howdy, Pop.
Howdy, Ma.
I'm the man thou shouldst marry.
Art thou Harry, Dick or Tom?
I'm the man thou shouldst marry.
Howdy, pal.
Howdy, chick.
Art thou Tom, Dick or Harry?
Call me Tom, Harry, or Dick.
She's a maid who would marry and would no longer tarry. She's a maid who would marry, may her hopes not miscarry. She's a maid mad to marry and will take double quick any Tom, Dick, or Harry. Any Tom, Harry, or Dick. Oh, sweet Bianca. She sings as sweetly as a nightingale. She looks as clean as morning roses, newly washed with dew. Oh, sweet Bianca.
Are you a suitor to the maid you speak of?
And if I be, sir, is it of any offense?
No. If without more words it would get you hence.
Why, sir? Are not the streets as free for him as for you?
Petruchio!
Lucentio.
What happy winds blow you to Padua from old Verona?
Such winds that blow young men to seek their fortunes further than at home. And you?
I came to, study.
I'm glad that you thus combined your resolve to suck the sweets of sweet philosophy, the mathematics and the botany. Fall to them as your stomach serves. No profit grows where is no pleasure taken. In brief, sir, study. As for me, I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua. If wealthily, then happily in Padua. If my wife has a bag of gold, do I care if the bag is old? I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua. He's come to wive it wealthily in Padua. I heard you mutter, zounds, a loathsome lad you are. I would not be disturbed one bit, if she be but a quarter wit, if she only can talk of clothes, while she powders her doggone nose. I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua. He's come to wive it wealthily in Padua. I heard you say, gadzooks, completely mad you are. Wouldn't give me the slightest shock if her knees now and then should knock. If her eyes were a wee bit crossed, was she wearing the hair she'd lost? Still the damsel will make my day. In the dark they are all the same. I've come to wive it wealthily in Padua. He's come to wive it wealthily in Padua. I heard you say good gad, but what a cad you are. Wouldn't mind if she fret and fuss, if she fumed like Vesuvius, if she roared like a winter breeze on the rough Adriatic seas, if she screamed like a teething brat, if she scratched like a tiger cat, if she fight like a raging bull. I have oft stuck a pig before. I've come to wind it willfully and had hey, not to mention money for a rainy day. I come to wind it willfully and had
This gentleman has happily arrived.
Petruchio, that were too much my friend. I cannot wish him to a shrewd, ill-tempered wife.
But she is rich.
And young and beauteous.
But shrewd and forward, so beyond all measure, that were my state far poorer than it is, I wouldn't wed her for a mine of gold.
Peace, Lucentio. Thou knowest not gold's effects. And therefore, if you know one rich enough to be Petruchio's wife, tell me her father's name, and 'tis enough.
Her father is Baptista Manolo. Her name, Catherine, elder sister of the fair Bianca.
That is she, an irksome, brawling scold.
Think your little din can daunt mine ears?
Have I not in my time heard lions roar? Have I not heard great ordnance in the fields and heaven's artillery thunder in the skies? And you tell me of a woman's tongue that give not half so great a blow as will a farmer's chestnut in a fire?
Then you will woo this wildcat?
Will I live?
I promise we will be contributors and bear your charge of wooing whatsoever.
Done.
Let us quaff corrosives to this gentleman.
For all this much? Thanks.
Provided that you win her.
Go you to old Baptiste and say, I have a husband for Catherine.
Catherine? Cursed?
Catherine? The cursed? A title for a maid of all titles, the worst.
Sister! Oh, sister! Sister! Content you in my discontent.
Catherine, for shame, thou holding up a devilish spirit. Poor girl, she weeps.
She is your treasure. She must have a husband. I must dance barefoot on her wedding day, and for your love to her lead apes in hell.
Oh, was ever a father thus grieved as I?
A word with you, kind sir.
Importune me no further, good sir, for how firmly I am resolved. Whisper louder. That is indeed good news. Come in, Lucentio.
Lucentio, thou meek cock wretch! I hate men. I can't abide 'em even now and then. Than ever marry one of them, I'd rest a virgin rather. For husbands are a boring lot and only give you bother. Of course, I'm awfully glad that mother had to marry father. But I hate men. If all the men I've ever met within our democracy, I hate the most the athlete with his manner bold and brassy. He may have hair upon his chest, but sister, so has Lassie. Oh, I hate men. I hate men. Their worth upon this earth I do not ken. Avoid the traveling salesman, though a tempting Tom he may be. From China he will bring you jade and perfume from Arabia. But don't forget, 'tis he who'll have the fun and thee the baby. Oh, I hate men. If thou shouldst wed a businessman, be wary, oh, be wary. He'll tell you he's detained in town on business necessary. His business is the business which he gives his secretary. Oh, I hate men. an older man through girlish optimism. He'll always stay at home at night and make no criticism. Though you may call it love, the doctors call it rheumatism. Oh, I hate men! From all I've read alone in bed from A to Z about him. If love is blind, then from the blind all womankind should rout him. But ladies, you must answer too. What would we do without him? Oh, still I hate men. What?
A gentleman from Verona desires you in marriage.
Then he best go back there.
Heavens!
Greetings, sir. I hear, sir, you have a daughter named Catherine. Fair and virtuous.
I have a daughter, sir, called Catherine.
I'm a gentleman from Verona, sir, having heard of her beauty and her wit, her affability and bashful modesty, her wondrous qualities and mild behavior. Am bold to make myself a poor guest in your house to make mine eye the witness of that report. Senor Baptista, my business asketh haste, and every day I cannot come to woo.
I am afraid my daughter Catherine is not for your turn, the more my grief.
I see you mean not to part with her.
Mistake me not, sir.
Else you like not of my company.
You are more than welcome.
Well then, what dowry shall we have with her to wife?
After my death, the 1/2 of my lands.
Fertile part?
So be it.
And in possessions?
20,000 crowns.
30.
30.
Father! And for that dowry, I'll ensure her of a widowhood, be it that she survives me. Let specialties be therefore drawn that covenants may be kept on either hand. Go thee to a notary. Could I but see thy face?
Why, sir, 'tis but a face like any other.
Aye, there's the rub. I wrote a poem in classic style. I wrote it with my tongue in my cheek and a smile on my lips. But as of late, it has a meaning so new, for to my surprise, it suddenly applies to my darling, to you. Were thine that special face, the face that fills my dreaming? Were thine the rhythm grace? Were thine the form so lithe, so slender? Were thine the arms so warm, so tender? Were thine the kiss for me? Were thine the love divine, the love which fills my dreaming? When all these charms are thine, then you'll be mine, all mine.
'Twas not to her liking.
But that is nothing, for I tell you, I am as peremptory as she is proud-minded. And where two raging fires meet, they do consume what feeds their fury. I'll meet her here and woo her with some spirit when she comes. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks.
I bid thee hack. Were thine that special face? Hack!
Gracias, signorina.
And now, Petruchio, speak.
Oh, speak, Petruchio, though thy message is not meant for me. You
Good morrow, Kate. We're on stage now, Lily. Good morrow, Kate, for that's your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but somewhat hard of hearing? They call me Catherine that do talk of me.
You lie. In faith, for you are called plain Kate, and bonny Kate, and sometimes Kate the cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in all of Christendom. And therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate, my consolation, having heard your mildness praised in every town, thy beauty spoke of and thy virtue sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew at the first you were immovable.
Why, what's immovable?
A joint stool.
Thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Women are made to bear, and so are you.
Ah! No such jade as bear you with me, you mean?
Come, Wasp. I ain't faith. You are too angry.
If I be too waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is to then pluck it out.
Aye, if the fool could find it where it lies.
Who knows not where a wasp hides her sting? It is in her tail. I swear I'll cuff you if you strike again. You keep on acting just the way you've been, Miss Nessie, and I'll give you the paddling of your life. And on stage.
You wouldn't dare.
No.
If you strike me, you are no gentleman. What is your crest? A coxcomb?
A combless cock, and therefore Kate will be my hen. Come, give me thy hat.
No!
Come, setting all this chat aside, thus in plain terms, your father has consented that you will be my wife. And will you, nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I am your husband for a turn, and whereby I see thy beauty by this light, thy beauty that doth make me like thee well. You are to be married to no man but me, Kate, for I am he and born to tame you, Kate, to bring you from a wild Kate to Kate conformable as other household Kates.
You devil! Father! Father!
And now, Chukio, how speed you with my daughter?
How but well. It were impossible I should speed amiss. We have agreed so well together that upon Sunday is the wedding day.
God give you joy, son. 'Tis a match.
All men say we. Father, wife, gentlemen, adieu. I will unto Venice. I'm warning you to buy apparel against the wedding day. Sunday comes apace, and we shall have rings and things in fine array. And kiss me, Kate. All right, Miss Nessie. You asked for it, and now you're gonna get it.
Your hands on me, Mr. Graham.
You asked for it. May I remind you, Miss Benessi, that the name of this piece is A Taming of the Shrew, not He Who Gets Slapped.
I am a realistic actress.
Your last picture's in the can, where it belongs.
Cuddling up to that Copa Canary.
You're jealous. That's the matter with you.
Sending my wedding bouquet to that little tramp.
That's no excuse for ad-libbing. None.
Let my lovely Lois shine for Bianca tonight, and there will be a new star in the heavens. Thou jerk.
All right. I sent the child some flowers. I sent her a card with flowers. May I remind you, Miss Benessi, that I am a free male of 31.
31? Oh.
All right, 32. What the heck has my age got to do with it? They're full rich years, and I'm proud of them. Every minute of them. Tell me an actor has done all I've done. My Peer Gynt in London.
You never got to London.
My Hamlet in Dublin.
You got paid in potatoes. Mashed.
That's all you ever think about. Money, money, money. Miss Vanessa, you have no soul. What the heck do you mean by poking me in the ribs?
It's in the script.
The heck it is. I couldn't teach you manners as a wife, but I'll by God teach you manners as an actress.
Not in this production, my pet.
What?
Oh, you heard me. And here's something to remember me by.
What are you trying to do? Kill me? Ralph! Paul!
Yes, Mr. Graham?
I'm bleeding. Ralph, get some alcohol.
Yes, sir.
There's a law against attempted murder, even in Baltimore. My rib. I think she broke my rib. Ralph, how can you tell if you have a broken rib?
X-ray.
Where am I going to get an X-ray?
All I've got is alcohol.
That monster's female. Literally a vampire. Am I bleeding heavily, Ralph?
I don't see any blood.
What do you call that? Max Factor number 2? Oh. I thought it was blood. Skin's bruised, though, isn't it?
I don't see anything.
Discolored?
I don't see anything.
That's all I need, a blind stage manager.
Harrison, I'll marry you tonight. You don't know what that villain's done to me. I can't sit down. I said I can't sit down. I'm through with the theater. Send a car for me. Better still, send an ambulance. I want to go where no one will ever find me. I'll go to Washington. I adore you, Harrison. Yes, dear. Yes, love. Hattie, pack my things. I'll wear that blue suit. Yes, darling, he beat me. I'm black and blue.
I'm a realistic actor.
I'm quitting right now.
You don't think you can quit a show in the middle of a performance?
Oh, no.
I'll have you on charges. That equity.
Ha! I'll be glad to appear before equity. I shall bring photographs of what you have done to me in Technicolor.
Then I'll bring my x-rays.
Nothing you can say or do will stop me. Harrison's coming for me.
You don't think that imbecile would let you quit? He's got $200,000 in this show.
He'll take it off his tax.
You don't really mean you would. Yes, I guess you do.
You bet I do.
You'll never work in the theater again.
Who wants to?
You're out of your mind.
Get out. Get out. Get out!
Oh, for heaven's sake.
What a performance!
What unction?
You think the audience is getting it? It's way over their heads.
Bunch of lowbrow.
Look here!
We just want to check with you to see if you jostled your memory.
I told you, I never signed anything. As a matter of fact, I did sign that IOU.
He remembers!
What a relief!
So when are you going to pay off this debt of honor to one of America's most respectable floating crap games?
That's just it. I don't have it. I would have it at the end of the week if the show could run.
It'll run. It's entertaining, vivacious, and calculated to please a discriminating theater goer. You can quote me.
Unfortunately, Miss Vanessa, my co-star, is quitting.
Quitting!
As of right now. Temperament. Didn't like the way I played a little scene. She's packing to leave the theater. I'll have to give you whatever money's in the box office.
She can't do that.
Perhaps if you two talk to her. Heart to heart.
That's our specialty.
Lily? Oh, Lily?
There's no use trying to persuade me to stay.
Some very ardent admirers of yours. Come in, gentlemen.
How do you do?
Miss Vanessa! You have been my ideal for years. I married my wife because, in a certain light, when it's kind of dark, she might pass for your sister.
How sweet.
Your glorious voice has been an inspiration to me and my wife.
What a trooper!
What a personality!
Is it true, Miss Vanessa, that you're contemplating quitting this high-type entertainment?
I am.
Now, Miss Vanessa, the show must go on. We're just transferring the weight off of one side and onto the other. We got a financial interest in the success of the show, as well as personal. And, Miss Vanessa, you're gonna play this show out tonight, until the end of the week, until Mr. Graham pays off his debt of honor.
Are you threatening me?
No, Miss Vanessa. Let's talk it over.
Fred!
This is an outrage.
Of love, we sing only of love. Ye gods above, may we never sing of anything but love.
For love is the joy of every girl and boy, as love later on keeps them going till they're gone.
Yes, love is the theme
of all people who dream.
So love, let's confess, is everybody's business. Only gods above, may we never sing of anything but love, sweet love. I won't sing a song about battle.
I won't sing of babies who rattle.
I get no glee from songs about the sea or cowboy songs about cattle.
I won't waste a note of my pleasures on socially significant matters.
We sing of one thing and we adore it. Thank heaven for it.
We sing
of love.
We
Sing only of love. Ye gods above, may we never sing of anything but love.
For love is the joy of every girl and boy, as love later on keeps them going till they're gone.
Yes, love is the theme of all people who dream. So love, let's confess,
Is everybody's business. Only gods above, may we never sing of anything but love. Sweet love.
Such a marriage never was before. The man is mad.
and so madly mated.
In such garb. An old jerkin and a pair of breeches thrice turned.
A pair of boots that have been cattle cases and not even mates. One buckled, another laced.
Come, my bonny Kate. I said come! O Kate, content thee. I pray thee, be not angry.
I will be angry. What hast thou to do? Forward to the bridal dinner. I see a woman may be made a fool of, if she has not spirit to resist.
Obey the bride, you that attend on her. Go to the feast and revel and domineer. Gross full measure of her maidenhead. Be mad, be merry, or go hang yourselves. But for Kate, she must with me. Nay, look not big, nor stamp, nor stare, nor fret. I will be master of what is mine own. She is my goods, my chaps, my horse, my ox, my ass, my anything. Touch her, whoever dare. I'll bring mine action down on the proudest who dare stop my way in Padua. So kiss me, Kate, thou lovely moon, ere we start on our honeymoon. So kiss me, Kate, darling devil divine, for now thou shalt ever be mine.
I'll never be thine.
So kiss me, Kate, thou lovely moon,
Go
ere we start
Hey.
on our honeymoon.
away.
So kiss me, Kate, darling devil divine,
I'll be dropped dead.
for now thou shalt ever be.
Now I shall never be
Now thou shalt ever
Now I-
be.
thine.
Yes, mine.
Not thine.
Yes, mine.
You swine.
Yes, mine.
She swine.
Yes, mine. So kiss me, Kate.
I'll crack his pate.
Oh, please don't pout.
I'll knock you out.
My prizeless prize.
I'll black your eyes.
Oh, kiss me quick.
Your rump I'll kick.
Oh, kiss me.
Louder.
Oh, kiss me.
Louder.
Oh, kiss me.
Bastard.
Oh, kiss me.
Bastard.
So kiss me. Kiss me. Kiss me. So kiss me, Kate, kiss me, 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 kiss me, Kate. Me. Ah, kiss him!
darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and play the bup with my baby tonight. I'd like to sup with my baby tonight and play the bup with my baby tonight. But I ain't up to my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot.
I'd like to stop for my baby tonight and blow my top with my baby tonight. I'd like to stop for my baby tonight and blow my top with my baby tonight. But it'd be a flop with my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot.
I'd like to fool with my baby tonight, break every rule with my baby tonight. I'd like to fool with my baby tonight, break every rule with my baby tonight. But pillow, you'll be my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
According to the Kinsey report, every average man you know must be first to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the weather is sizzling hot, Mr. Adam, or his madam, is not. 'Cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. I'd like to call on my baby tonight and give my all to my baby tonight. I'd like to call on my baby tonight and give my all to my baby tonight. But I can't play ball with my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot.
I'd like to meet with my baby tonight, get off my feet with my baby tonight. I'd like to meet with my baby tonight, get off my feet with my baby tonight. But no repeat with my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
It's too darn hot. It's too darn hot.
I'd like to coo to my baby tonight and pitch the woo to my baby tonight. I'd like to coo to my baby tonight, pitch the woo with my baby tonight. But brother, you bite my baby tonight 'cause it's too darn hot.
According to the Kinsey report, every average man you know must be first to play his favorite sport when the temperature is low. But when the thermometer goes way up and the weather is sizzling hot, Mr. Gob or Squab, from Marine or Squeak, a GI for his cutie pie is not. 'Cause it's too darn hot. It's too darn hot. It's too darn
ladies and gentlemen. Due to unavoidable circumstances, the scene which was to open the second part of the shrew will have to be omitted this evening. It is the scene where I, Petruchio, take Catherine, my wife, to old Verona. We fall into a bit of a mishap where Catherine falls off the mule into the mud and then proceeds to revile. Unfortunately, Miss Vanessa is unable to ride the mule this evening, so we are proceeding with the next part of the play, which takes place in Petruchio's house. Thank you. What? No man at the door to hold my stirrup, nor to take my horse. Where be these knaves? Where's Nathaniel?
Here, sir.
Greta.
Here, sir.
Philip.
Here, sir.
Thou longer-headed and unpolished grooms. What? No attendance, no regard, no duty. Go, rascals. Go and fetch my supper in. Kind strangers, thou angels in disguise who did help me in my time of need, 'twere well ye rested from thy travels in yon chamber. Get ye hence, go to.
Come to.
Food! 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 Where are those? Sit down, Kate.
Thou knowest full well that I cannot.
Then stand and be merry. Some water here, what ho? Where's my spaniel Troilus? Shall it? Thou whoresome villain, will you let it fall?
Patience, I pray you, 'twas a fault unwilling.
A whoresome beetle-headed flat-bearded knave. Come, Kate, sit down. I know you have a stomach. Will you give thanks, sweet Kate, or shall I? What is this, mutton?
Aye.
Who brought it?
Aye.
'Tis burnt, and so is all meat. What dogs are these? Where is the rascal cook? How durst ye villains bring it in from the dresser and serve it to me thus who love it not? Take it away, trenchers, cups, and all.
I pray you, husband, be not so disquiet. The meat was well, if you were so contented.
I tell thee, Kate, 'twas burnt and dried away, and I expressively am forbidden to touch it. For it ensues cholera and plaintive anger, and 'twere well we both fasted. For ourselves are choleric, then serve it with such over-roasted flesh.
Did you marry me to famish me?
Tomorrow you shall eat my honey, love, when we enter thy father's house, and revel as bravely in the finest in silken caps and copes and golden greens, and ruffs and cuffs and farthingales and things. And come, let us see these ornaments. What news with you, ma'am?
The cap your worship did bespeak.
'Tis for you, Kate. Why, this was molded in a porringer. A velvet dish. Fie, 'tis lewd and filthy. It is a cockle or a walnut shell. Come, let me have a bigger.
I'll have no bigger. This doth fit the time, and gentlemen wear such caps as these.
When you are gentle, then you may have one too. And not till then.
I am no child, no babe. Your betters have endured me speak my mind, and if you cannot, best you stop your ears. My tongue will tell the anger of my heart, or else my heart concealing it will break.
Thou sayest truth. 'Tis a poultry cap, and I love thee well that thou likest it not. Begone, take it hence. Well, Kate, tomorrow we enter thy father's house, and even in these honest, mean habiliments, our purses shall be proud, our garments poor. For 'tis the mind that makes the body rich. What? Is a jay more precious than the lark because his feathers are more beautiful? Or the adder better than the eel because his painted skin contents the eye? Neither art thou the worst for this mean furniture and poor array. Come, let me show thee to the bridal chamber.
I'm hungry.
How can thou think of food at a time like this? Thus have I politically begun my reign. And it is my hope that it shall end successfully. My falcon, now sharp, is passing empty, and until she shoot, she shall not be full gorged. She ate no meat today, nor shall it. Last night she slept not, nor shall she tonight. As with the meat, I'll find some undeserving fault for the making of the bed. I'll throw a pillow this way and a coverlet that way. This way the vulture and another deceits. And amidst this hurly, I intend that'll be done all in reverent care to her. And in conclusion, she shall watch the night. And if she happen to nod, I'll rail and brawl, and amidst this hurly, keep her still awake. This is how to kill a wife, with kindness. Thus I'll end her mad and headstrong humor. He who knows better how to tame a shrew, let him speak. 'Tis charity to show. Kate! My bonny Kate! My winsome Kate! In faith, the woman shot her bolt. She did perform, allowed to act the dolt. Since I reached the charming age of puberty and began to finger feminine curls, like a show that's typically shooty, I have always had a multitude of girls. But now that I'm a married man, at last am I, how aware of my dear departed past am I. Where's the life that late I led? Where's it now? Totally dead. Where's the fun I used to find? Where's it gone? Gone with the wine. The marriage life may all be well, but raising an heir could never compare with raising a bit of hell. So I repeat what first I said. Where's the life that late I in dear Milano? Where are you, Momo? Still selling your pictures of the scriptures in the Duomo? And Carolina, where are you, Lina? Still peddling your pizza in the streets of Taormina? And in Firenze, where are you, Alice? Still there in your pretty, itty, bitty, pretty palace. And sweet Lucretia, so young and gay, what scandalous doings in the ruins of Pompeii. Where is the life that late I led? Where is it now? Totally dead. Where's the fun I used to find? Where's it gone? Gone with the wine. The marriage game is quite alright. It's during the day, it's easy to play, but oh, what a bore at night. So I repeat what first I said. Where is the life that late died? Where is Rebecca, my Becky Wacky-O? But still she be cruising that amusing Ponte Vecchio. Where is Fedora, the wild Bronco? It's lucky I missed a gangster sister from Chicago. Where is Venetia, who loved the chat so? Could still she be drinking in a stinking pink palazzo? And lovely Lisa, where are you, Lisa? You gave a new meaning to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Where's the life that late I led? Where's it now? Totally dead! Where's the fun I used to find? Where's it gone? Gone with the wine. I've up been told of natural bliss, but what do? 1:45, with only a shrew to kiss. So I repeat what first I said. Where's the life that late I led?
What's that, son? Who's making all this noise?
There's an ambulance out there for Miss Vanessa, and a gentleman by the name of Harrison Howell.
What?
He's raising quite a rumpus.
I demand, where is Miss Vanessa?
Are you Mr. Harrison Howell?
Of course I'm Harrison Howell. Where's Miss Vanessa? How is she?
She's doing fine.
Where is she?
On stage?
On stage? How can she be on stage? She's ill.
Not that I know of.
Of course she's ill. She told me so herself. She's been assaulted by that brute.
Quiet!
Look here, Graham.
He said quiet! Ain't you got no appreciation of the finer things of life? Man cannot live by bread alone.
What?
Be tolerant, gentlemen. Remember, Mr. Howell didn't have your advantages. 8 years in the state prison library at Atlanta.
What?
However, Mr. Howell is a very distinguished man. He's the only Republican who didn't run for the nomination.
How dare you assault my fiancée?
She hit me first!
I don't understand this. She asked me to bring an ambulance.
My dear Howell, you failed to take into consideration the caprices of a woman of talent and beauty. She may even say to you tonight, Harrison, I'm playing this show under duress. Call the FBI.
A very efficient organization.
Admirable coordination.
But why should she want the FBI?
Why should she want an ambulance? My dear Howell, your fiancée may ask for chewing gum, a miniature of the Empire State and Pale Ivory, or a fifth of the Chanel number 5.
On stage, Mr. Graham?
Why, how now, Kate? I hope thou art not mad. This man is old, faded, wrinkled, and withered. Why, how now, Kate?
Harold? Why, Harold Murgatroyd!
All right, doctor, nurses, I shan't need you.
Harold!
My name is not Harold. I am Harrison Howell.
But Harold, don't you remember? In front of the Harvard Club. I had something in my eye, and you took me to Atlantic City to take it out.
Look here, my
But
child.
Harold, I still have that diamond bracelet with the rubies. I think of you all the time when I visit my safe deposit box.
Very touching, very touching. But you must understand,
Oh, I understand.
I rely on your discretion. I'm marrying Miss Vanessa, you know.
Oh, I understand.
After all, I was just sowing my wild oats. Let me see. I was quite a young man at the time, barely 45.
And now you're a big man in Washington.
Well, I have achieved a certain distinction. I'm the minority elder statesman. I have my own park bench.
This way, Mr. Howell.
Thank you. Excuse me.
One thing I always wanted to know, what do you do about the pigeons?
Duck, my dear. Just duck.
And when did you initiate him?
What a thing to say. And about a man I haven't seen in years. But I assure you there was nothing wrong between he and I. Just because a girl is good-natured and normal and wants to get along with her fellow man.
Oh, Bill, why can't you behave? Oh, why can't you behave? How can you be jealous when you know, baby, I'm your slave? I'm just mad for you, and I'll always be. But naturally, if a custom tailored vet asked me out for something wet, when the vet begins to pet, I cry, hooray! But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I enjoy a tender pass by the boss of Boston, Mass, though his pass is middle class and not tobacco bay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. There's a madman known as Mac who is planning to attack. If his mad attack means a Cadillac, okay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I've been asked to have a meal by a big tycoon in steel. If the meal includes a deal, except I may. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. I could never curl my lip to a dazzling diamond clip. Though the clip meant let her rip, I'd not say nay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. Mr. Gable, Clark, wants me on his boat to park. If a gable boat means a sable coat, acres away. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. There's a wealthy Hindu priest who's a wolf, to say the least. When the priest goes too far east, I also stray. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. There's a lush from Portland Moor who is rich but such a bore. When the boar falls on the floor, I let him lay. But I'm always true to you, darling, in my fashion. Yes, I'm always true to you, darling, in my way. Mr. Harris Plutocrat wants to give my cheek a pat. If a Harris pat means a Paris hat, baby, oh la la. Mais je suis toujours fidèle, darling, in my fashion. Oui, je suis toujours fidèle, oh, darling, in my way.
This is Harrison Powell. Give me my secretary. Timothy, I'm waiting here for Miss Vanessa, and I thought I'd jot down my wedding itinerary. Ready? We'll be married in St. Thomas's 2:30. Got that? Arrive Washington 9:35. Arrive White House 9:55. Got that? Conference with President and honeymoon with wife.
It's a good trick if you can do it.
Harrison, they told me you were here.
That's all, Timothy.
No, hang up. I'm playing the show under duress. Call the FBI.
What did I tell you?
Now, my dear, I don't mind bringing an ambulance and a doctor and 2 nurses. They're on my payroll. But the FBI is not. I'm perfectly willing. In fact, I enjoy hearing the caprices of a beautiful woman whom I happen to adore.
Caprices? These thugs threatened me.
What?
They're making me play at the point of a gun. They won't let me leave the theater.
Now, my dear.
Can't you see they're gangsters?
I guess it shows.
Are you referring to the 2 most promising members of the group? Not to mention the Theater Guild Incorporated and the Civic Repertory and the Miss Pennyfeather's School of Charm, whose faculty they have to disgrace.
And you're in cahoots with them.
What?
What can one say to liable?
Should I say something?
No.
Discretion is the better part of valor.
Famous sayings. Top shelf on the right-hand corner under non-fiction. Atlanta. No talking, no smoking.
Obviously, my dear, judging by their costumes and their speech, these men are not what you say they are.
Harrison, darling, I
Do
tell
you
you.
realize what it means to blast a reputation? Of course not. You think nothing of dragging Harrison down here and an entire medical corps on a whim.
Now, my dear, I'd like to go over my wedding itinerary. I just dictated it to Timothy. Now, I thought we'd be married a week from Monday at 2:30 St. Thomas's.
Harrison, listen to me. I can't get out of this theater.
Why not?
These thugs won't let me.
Why don't you try?
What?
Go, of course you can leave the theater. If that's what you want, and I can't say I blame you. After all, what is there to hold you? It's so tawdry. The dreary business of creating a part, the dull routine of watching a character come to life, the meaningless excitement of opening night, the boring, thundering applause of the crowd, the pictures in the papers, the parties, the idiotic men and women who point and whisper, "There goes Lily Vanessa." Dreadful. I can't blame you for wanting to leave all that. When you've had a chance for happiness, true happiness, with Harrison.
Thank you, Graham. I think I can make the little woman happy.
I never want to see the theater again. Or you again.
I envy you, Harrison. Never has a man acquired a woman with such sweetness of disposition, who's more even-tempered, has more poise, more gentleness, more sheer, unadulterated goodness. Yum, yum, yum. Yes, Lily Vanessa is a wife for you. Get Lily Vanessa today. This is NBC.
I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Enormously. And envying you.
Me?
The life you're going to lead with Harrison. So different than the one you had with me.
I'll see to that.
No quarrels, no bickering.
I want peace.
And you shall have it. Peace, quiet, stability.
I've got a place down in Georgia, 30,000 acres. Ride for days and not see a soul, except my tenant farmers.
And you won't have to talk to a soul.
I shall adore it.
Of course you will.
Wonderful life.
What do you call the place? Solitude.
No, contentment.
Ah, contentment. Just think, no cocktail parties, no malicious gossip, no backbiting friends. In fact, no friends at all except for the occasional mongoose who'll drop in for dinner.
Oh, go on, go on.
We'll see all the people we want to see in Washington.
Just think of those intimate little dinner parties at the sparkling Supreme Court. Just think of your privilege of getting to sit next to one of the great judicial brains as he tells you the inside story of his sciatica.
It always hits me here.
Oh, it'll be a mad world.
I'll still love it.
I always rest up in my place naked. Got a dining room there that can seat 100.
Marvelous.
8 years I ate in a dining room that could seat 1,200.
Where did you say this was?
The commissionary at MGM.
Got my own projection room in Aiken. Got the finest collection of Mickey Mouses in the country.
Where's your grandma? Mickey Mice.
Be a purist.
Mickey Mice?
I can just see your life at Aiken. Morning, Harrison rises with the aid of a valet.
Been with me 30 years.
Into your riding clothes, you into yours, a brisk canter.
Oh, I'm mad about horsing.
And eventually you'll stop falling off. It's yoinks and away and back to the castle. A brisk shower, a massage, an injection of vitamin B1.
Making a new man out of me.
And then a nap.
Oh no, breakfast first.
Oh yes, breakfast first. You sit at one end of the long, long table, Harrison at the other. You pull out your telescope and watch fondly as Harrison slops his Wheaties.
Wheaties are good eating. There's nothing finer.
And then the nap.
20 minutes. Rests the brain.
Then up, dress, you contemplate luxurious swamps. You toy with your toilets. Harrison wakes, you discuss this and that, the matters of the day. Will Big Frost escape Dick Tracy?
I very much doubt it.
Time for another nap.
Lunch first.
Correction accepted. Lunch first.
Got the finest chef in the country. But I've got to watch my diet. Stick to yolk of an egg, shredded raw carrot, and a glass of milk. Done wonders for me.
As you'll be able to see through your telescope. And then it's time for a nice, soothing, refreshing nap.
30 minutes, rests the brain.
You too will nap, Miss Vanessa. 30 minutes, rest the brain. Then up, dress, a walk through the formal gardens. Time for tea, high tea.
Always refreshes me.
Time for another nap before dinner.
15 minutes.
A quickie. Rested, you rise. You dine in that cozy 100-seater. A brisk game of dominoes.
Wonderful game.
The air is still. A mockingbird sings. You yawn deliciously. Time for the final nap of the day. The long one. You stretch out. Your eyes close.
Get
out. And then the little mama bear said to Papa Bear, "You bore me."
Package for Miss Lois Lane. Package for Miss Lois Lane.
Package for Miss Lois Lane.
Package for Miss Lois Lane. Package for Miss Lois Lane.
Sweet Bianca, while rehearsing with Bianca, she's the darling I adore. Off stage I found she's been around, but I still love her more and more. So I've written her a love song, though I'm just an amateur. I'll sing it through for all of you to see if it's worthy of them. Are you listening? Bianca, Bianca, oh baby, would you be mine? Bianca, Bianca, you better answer yes or Papa spank ya. to win you in anger. There's nothing I would not do. I would gladly give up coffee for Sanka, even Sanka, the anchor for you. The anchor, oh baby, won't you be mine? The anchor, you better answer yes or Papa Spanker to win you. The anchor, there's nothing I would not do. I would gladly give up coffee for Sanka, even Sanka, the anchor for you. I would swim from here to far Casablanca. Sweet Bianca, Bianca for you.
Hello. Oh, hello, Gumpy. Let me talk to Mr. Hogan. I want to report in, Gumpy. Mr. Hogan likes me to report in, Gumpy. Why should I call you Mr. Gumpy? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see. Well, sure, we'll pay you a visit, Mr. Gumpy. All right, Mr. Gumpy. Gumpy! Hogan!
You mean it?
Who's Mr. Gumpy?
Mr. Graham, I guess this is the end of our very pleasant association.
I guess so.
What's this?
I guess we gotta declare a moratorium. Mr. Gumpy declared a moratorium on Mr. Hogan. His unidentified remains will be found floating in the bay tomorrow morning.
Rest his soul.
So this lets you out and we must part.
Do you think Mr. Gumpy has the enterprise, the executive ability, the imagination over the initiative for the post?
No, but he's got the post.
Miss Vanessa, we want to say au revoir.
What?
It's been a delightful experience.
Very educational.
We'll always think of you.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
What they're trying to say is, you're free to go. You don't have to finish the show.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Run along, Hattie.
Aren't you taking Sleeping Beauty?
Let him sleep.
Don't tell me the bloom is off the road.
You are not Luella Parsons, and I don't care to discuss my personal life with you.
Same old Lily. I thought I detected a note. A new note of compassion. A new humility. A spark of affection. A glimmer of love.
You're not going to hypnotize me, Svengali.
Can't walk out on me now, Lily.
You walked out on me once.
But I came back.
Your cab's waiting, Miss Vanessa.
Strange, dear, but true, dear. When I'm close to you, dear, the stars fill the sky.
So in love with you am I.
Even without you, my arms fold about you. You know, darling, why? So in love with you am I. In love with the night, mysterious. The night when you first were there. In love with my joy delirious. When I knew that you could care. So taunt me and hurt me, deceive me, desert me, and yours till I die. So in love, so in love, so in love with you, my love, am I.
How do we get out of here?
How did we get in? Here.
Oh, maybe that way?
No, I think it's that way.
The girls today in society go for classical poetry. So to win their hearts, one must quote with ease Aeschylus and Euripides. One must know Homer and believe me both.
Sophocles and also Sappho.
Unless you know Shelley and Keats and Pope. Dainty Debbie's will call you a dope, but the poet of them all,
Well, stardom simply raven
is the poet people call the Bard of Stratford on Avon. Brush up your Shakespeare. Start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow.
Just acclaim a few lines from a fella, and she'll think you're a heck of a fella.
If your blonde won't respond when you flatter her, tell her what Tony to Cleopatra.
If she fights when you're clothed, they are mussing.
What our clothes might you do about nothing? Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kowtow. Brush up your Shakespeare. Stop quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow. With the wife of the British ambassador, try a crack at a Troilus and Cressida.
If she says she won't buy it or take it, make her take it once more as you like it.
If she says your behavior is heinous, take her right in the Coriolanus. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all kowtow. Brush up your Shakespeare. Start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow.
Better mention the merchant of Venice, when a sweet bound of flesh you would menace.
If her virtue at first she defends well, just remind her that all's well that ends well.
And if still she won't give you a bonus, you know what Venus got from Adonis. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all go down. Brush up your Shakespeare, and they'll all go down. Brush up your Shakespeare, start quoting him now. Brush up your Shakespeare, and the women you will wow.
If your girl is a Washington Heights street, treat the kid to a Midsummer Night's Dream.
If she then wants an all by herself night, let her rest every 11th or 12th night.
If because of your heat she gets huffy,
Simply play on and play on McDuffie.
brush up your Shakespeare,
And they'll all
go down. We trout and we'll all go down.
we bow.
And we'll all bow down.
My dear Bianca and her newfound spouse, Brother Petruchio, Daughter Catherine, welcome to mine house, and feast with the best. But where is Catherine? Where is she? Sirrah, go you to your mistress. Say I command her come to me.
I know she will not come. Foul or fortune mine, and there an end.
What is your will, sir?
Darling! Kate, that cat becomes you not. Off with that bauble. Throw it underfoot.
Fie! What a foolish duty call you this?
Kate, I charge thee. Tell these headstrong women what duty they do owe their lords and husbands.
I am ashamed that women are so simple to offer war when they should kneel for peace, or seek to rule supremacy and sway when they are bound to serve, love, and obey. Why are our bodies soft and weak and smooth, unapt to toil and trouble in the world, but that our soft conditions and our hearts should well agree with our external parts? So, wife, hold your temper and meekly put your hand in soul of your husband's foot, in token of which duty, if he please, my hand is ready. Ready. May it do him please.
Why, there's a wench. Come on and kiss me, Kate. So kiss me, Kate, and twice and thrice, ere we start living in paradise. So kiss me, Kate, darling angel divine, for now thou shalt ever be.
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 Mine.
Mine.
mine,
darling
mine,
and I am thine, and I am thine.